Take a picture.
Ready to join us to go to the Bowers Museum today? No? Alrighty. We're going to the Bowers anyways. Well, welcome back to part 2 for today. Traveling up from San Diego, seeing Bjorn and Yannick. We're at the Bowers Museum. This is really front of the Bowers Museum. This is a Monterey cypress. Lovely composition, almost a chokan. Most cypresses have that like scale foliage or spiky. Really old tree. I like the top. I think this is kind of impressive. This is a wisteria. Look at this composition. Usually wisterias are shown at the peak of flowering, and this is interesting. This is summertime or fall technically. You can see the seed pods. You can see these seed pods being shown here. This is kind of interesting. This is what it looks like in springtime. I think it's kind of cool having a before and after photo. Here's an interesting composition. So you don't see this type of composition very often, where the juxtapose of the artistic value of bonsai in not landscape, but in I don't know, that probably would be landscape. It's like a little mission that's been destroyed or wall destroyed with a tree growing in it. I think it's kind of cool. Ruins of an Irish cottage. That's kind of cute. I like that narrative. Here's another olive, really rustic clump. Here's a giant cork oak. What I do like about cork oaks is they do have these really nice Fisher bark, and then you can see the newer barks is where that pink, not pink, but the orange color, that's where it kind of expands. You can see where that's growing, and that's always been growing. Here's a Itaigawa, or a juniper that's been grafted, I think it was Kishu. This is by Peter Mack. If I remember the story is, this is actually a landscape juniper in front of his house. He saw the trunk, he said, hey, it makes pretty good bonsai one day, and he dug it up, and I think this is the one. I can't confirm. Did see Peter in San Diego. I should ask him when I get a chance, but I think that is the tree. Here is another lovely composition. These are Nepali palm on the right, and I don't know what it's. I think it's a. I don't even know what this is. If someone can identify it. Blueberries on top. Looks like a tropical of some sort. I don't know. It's a mystery tree, that one. That's Wanda. That's Wanda's tree. Here is a... Oh, before I see the name tag, I don't know. This escapes me. Purple sky flower. There's a scientific name for this one. This is the one with the yellow fruit. Fruit. Bittersweets? I don't remember this is called bittersweets. I don't know. Purple flower, really rustic. It's probably a collected tree at one point. Okay. Here's the lanthana. Lanthanas are kind of like a yard tree, landscape tree. Usually they're tri or bi-color. I mean, focus on the flowers, really cool. Usually they start one color and they fade or darken to a different color. This is starts pink and goes to yellow, golden yellow. Really nice. I don't like lanthanas. They kind of smell. It has a musky odor to it. I can't explain it. And they have a thorny. Ooh. They're going out for must be a workshop of some sort. Let them kind of pass through. me kind of skip this row, come back. Might have a chance to speak to Nina a little bit. Here is a Californian juniper, collected by Tom Vong, or Utah juniper. This is Utah juniper. Now, what I understand from Tom, that a Utah juniper, the deadwood's much denser, so there's less like termite damage. So that's the main difference between the two. Foliage are very similar, and then the altitude is a little higher, if I remember. So really rustic. I love the well scale. This is actually small for Tom, so it's kind of amazing. What's more impressive is this California right next door. This is an old tree. I think I've seen this tree before. Has still its natural foliage, but I do enjoy watching its natural foliage. It's a little sparse, but it's really nice with the nice old alligator deadwood. Let me check that alligator deadwood right there. I think it's really cool. That's hard to reproduce. That's just all nature. Right next door, it's a giant honeysuckle. Honeysuckle is a viney tree. Usually has these orange flowers, and its telltale signs of orange flowers, so it's beautiful. So it has the orange flowers. It looks like it's on its way out at this point. It's a little loud today. There's a another Californian juniper. This is actually shown by Tom Baum before. This is that one that he rolls the back branches. The back branch is still there, rolls it to the front here, which is a great illusion. And it's a really tall tree. Let me stand back so you can see how tall this chokan really is. Really unusual tree for that size. There's another grafted tree. Here's some history of this one. This is originally a rootstock prostrata from Lile Kasumi, grafted with Itaiga by Fred Murahara, and then it was, of course, fine styling by Peter Mack. So here's this middle row. This is a grape. Here's a grape bonsai here. It's a really large grape bonsai. Has really good foliage. Hasn't has this fall color yet or drop yet, which is kind of unusual. It has a nice deadwood feature that usually this kind of rots away just because it's so soft. And then here is a Madagascar tree. It's usually like a succulent. If you look at the leaf structure, this is one of those big, good 15-foot trees, really succulent. So it's kind of unusual to see something like that in bonsai, which is nice to see once in a while. Nice chokan or form upright. Here is a lovely remembrance of Larry Regal, and we use that done for the community. And nice show. He's known for shohi. This is a Bert Dibii. If I'm correct, if someone can identify that for me, it doesn't have a plaque. Larry's really known for his shohi, and of course, stone collecting. This is a river running down that mountain, or not a river. It could be like a little ice patch coming down that mountain range. It's kind of cool to see that. Also, this is a. I'm not sure if this composition goes together. It could be two separate compositions, but let's take it as is. This is a broom style Chinese elm, and it's pretty old. You can tell by the orange flakes here from the bark. So I think that's kind of amazing to see. I hope my broom one day will look like this. So that's something to look forward to. Memory of two individuals, kind of interesting. One is Frank E. I didn't know he actually passed away. That's kind of interesting, but that is a Frank E. Portulacaria, and of course the lovely stone there. Portulacaria is known, or his cork one is known for this corkiness that shows up on its main trunk. Here's a dwarf pomegranate, and this is usually they don't have fruit as much as look how impressive this thing is. It's not the red fruit. This is actually like almost a white fruit. You can see the fruit on side is actually red. So it has a white exterior or the cream exterior with the red brilliant fruit. I think this is actually a nice composition. I bet it was a twin trunk at one point, and that twin trunk actually died off, which is still a pretty nice tree. So went down this middle row here. I'm gonna go to that second to last row here. Here's a giant ficus microcarpa. It's kind of funny. You know, these names are like micro. This is not very micro to me. I mean, these leaves are very large comparatively. I wonder we can actually reduce the size of it. What is interesting is it has aerial roots, which is unusual here in Southern Cal. I can't grow it. I think my continent is too dry. Maybe this is closer to the ocean. Here's what's something we don't see is a Canary Island pine. I thought it was a stone pine for a second. I was in town in stone pine, which you see at Home Depot during Christmas time, just because of leafage. If I'm correct, a Canary Island pine is more of a tropical pine. If I remember, does not need the dormancy that pines really need, or like a true pine needs. Does have that flaky bark. You can check out that flaky bark. It's really bark. I'm not sure if someone can give me. I can Google it later. But if you guys want to Google a Canary Island pine, if you want to correct me on the comments, be my guest. Here is a juniper. A lot of deadwood. All the live wood has been pulled off, showing that red exterior. Yeah, getting that contrast between the red, the white deadwood and the red live vein. These pines are kind of impressive. I thought they were fake. Both of these pines, you can see those two pines. Reason why I thought they're fake, they're so dark. I mean, they're so evenly needled and so dark. I thought they were fake for a couple seconds here. Had to get up close. So this is the main tree is a black pine. And you can see how even the needles are. I'm not seeing that shows through in the camera, but the needles are so even, it looks fake. That's a testament to the artist. Here is a olive with the same type of contour. So this is a second tree I thought was fake for a couple seconds. You got a bougainvillea that's almost in full bloom. But again, this black pine was kind of like, is it fake? It looks so artificial. It's so amazing. A couple reasons why it looks artificial. It's the lighting in here that doesn't help. So indirect, kind of in the cooler light. But it's so dark green and so dense. And the needle wise is really even. I'm not sure you can see that, how even that needle looks. That's pretty impressive to get it that dark. I'm not sure it's the lighting, but it's kind of cool to see that. Here's one of my favorite trees. I always look for something that kind of stands out, kind of different. It's not the full display, but the olive tree itself, the composition, it kind of looks like a miniature, and that's what bonsai really represents. It's the miniature olive grown in like the Central Valley. You know, the really big base, and then the long trunk for the olive roots to grow on. That kind of represents. I think that's a nice composition, especially the pot. The pot's really nice. So, but that's just me. And everybody has their likes and dislikes. Here's the last row. It has some scroll work here. Here's a tree of our people that we know. This is actually Joe Galgo's tree. Twin trunk olive. If I remember, this was, I think it was Ted Madsen tree. I don't remember the history behind this one. Sorry, it's out of focus. It's a twin trunk, and he did some work to this, so it's kind of amazing. So let's see if what it looks like in a couple years. Of course, that is his composition. I think that was with, oh, I forgot her name. She does the Kuzumoto. I think that's the one they did at that at Jason Chan's shop. Here is I think it's two displays, if I'm correct. This is one display. It is an olive. It's a Chinese elm clump raft. It's kind of unique. It's kind of wrapped. It's probably a collector tree. It's probably wrapped together. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure. I do like the moss ball. It's kind of cool. Here's another display with similar style trees. It was kind of interesting. The stroll versus a tree, and that cascading long or bunjin style there. And then of course, last one is actually looks like a giant Kusamoto with Deborah by Deborah M. It is it's a gardenscaping with giant Kusamoto. This little looks like a little cricket, and this little cricket house right on the right hand side right there all disappeared. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna walk towards. Oh, the lady says disappeared. I wonder if that was like a workshop they had today. Yesterday they had Jason Chan doing a demonstration at 1 o'clock. So this is that tree that you can see that's a tree that he did. Let me turn this camera around one more time. So this is a full display here of the bowers. Let me turn the camera around. So I hope you guys liked the video here at the Bowers Museum, part 2 for today. I think today's the last day at the Bowers, so if you had a chance to come down earlier this week, leave a comment below. And if this is the first time watching this, tell me which is your favorite tree. Other than that, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the Pacific Bonsai Expo. See ya, bye-bye.